the message that I kept hearing is nobody's safe. Like literally nobody's safe except for the children. Anyways, this message is really like a continuation for the one that I posted a few days ago about if there's someone in your life causing you confusion, or if there's someone in your life whose actions you are uncertain about. Spirit is telling you to put some distance between you and that person, and their karma is going to let you know everything that you need to know. This like the two songs that I kept hearing were Don't Like by Chief Keef and Back Back by Lil O. And I literally kept hearing those songs playing in my head over and over and over again. And I was like, okay, what is this? And then when the download finally came through, I was like, okay. So y'all, I had this dream. This was like a couple of weeks ago too. And I literally wrote this dream off. Like I didn't even record this dream in my dream journal because it just seemed too insignificant to me. Like there wasn't enough detail. But this dream is resurfacing. So this dream was about a homecoming. This was a college homecoming, whether you are currently in college or whether you are someone who goes back for homecoming. So in this dream, there was a divine feminine, and there was I honestly don't know if the man in this dream was a divine masculine or a karmic masculine. And I say that only because this masculine is very superficial. There's something about this masculine, like he gives his time and attention to the women that he's attracted to. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but it's to the point where like it's extremely superficial. Like he's not going to go for the woman who cares most for him. He's not going to go for the woman who is there for him in the way that he needs a woman to be there for him. He's literally going to do the most and go out of his way and show up for the woman that he is physically attracted to. So this man is very, very, very big on looks, which is why I'm kind of saying that he's not a divine masculine, right? But like still, that's the reason why I kind of like wrote this dream off when I had it. So in this dream, there is this divine feminine, there is this ex from her past, this masculine, and then there is this divine feminine's friend. Now this divine feminine's really wants to reconnect with this masculine, right? And this divine feminine's friend does not want this reconnect to happen. She does not want it to happen. So what she does is she takes very, very, very unflattering pictures of divine feminine to send to this masculine, specifically with the intent of turning him off of her. Now, in one sense, I kind of wrote the dream off because I was like, okay, well this masculine doesn't really seem like he's not giving the energy of a divine masculine. So maybe this friend was trying to save divine feminine from like going down that road, from getting, I'm hearing like back on that hamster wheel. So that's kind of why I wrote the dream off. But then Spirit is saying like, no, there's a little bit more to it than that, because if this were a real friend, they would actually sit down and tell you and have a conversation with you rather than doing like some backhand activity like that. But anyways, I digress. Like I said, when I had the dream, I just kind of wrote it off. But like the Spirit keeps saying like, no, the dream is relevant only because of like the friend's actions. So when I did the last message, and I was talking about if you have someone in your life that's causing you confusion, to go no contact, put some distance between you and that person. And Spirit is like, they're going to answer all of your questions by the karma that this person receives. So this is basically the same message, only in this instance, Spirit is saying, do this with this friend. And for some, this might even be a family member, but it's giving heavy like friend energy. Spirit is saying, if you have someone in your life that you have been, I feel like, especially when you go through like that dark night of the shadow, when you go through that period of where you're really like kind of purging and you're getting rid of people and things and situations and jobs that really like mean you no good, you get to a point where like it gets really lonely. Like you get really lonely, so you might want to like hold on. Like there might be that one person or that one small group of people that you are like desperately trying to hold on to, just so you're not like sitting in a corner by yourself completely alone. But like Spirit is telling you that in order for you to elevate, in order for you to elevate onto the timeline of this life, like whatever dreams, whatever goals that you have, in order for you to elevate to that timeline, you're gonna have to get rid of that dead weight. You're gonna have to, because these people can't go with you. And it's truly unfortunate, because it's like, no matter how high vibrational and high spirited you may be, you can't do the work for someone else, right? They have to do the work for themselves. You can't bring someone on this new timeline with you if they are not a vibrational match for it. But the sad part about it is, if you don't let go of these people, they can anchor you down to the level that they're at, so that you can't elevate to the level that you're supposed to be at. And it's kind of unfortunate that it works that way. We can't bring them up, but they most certainly can hold us down and can keep us back. And I kind of hate that it works like that, but it's really like a growth thing, right? Of letting go of that which no longer serves you. But Spirit is literally saying, if you have someone in your life, a friend particular, this is specifically for someone where this is like a long-term friendship, where you guys have been friends for like a number of years, right? This is not someone that you just met. This is someone who you've known for years, and you're like, well, this person has never done anything, this person has always been there for me. Especially if it's like someone and you're like this person has always been kind, they've always been polite, they've always been, I'm gonna say, like somewhat helpful. I can't see this person as someone is wearing a mask. Someone in your life is wearing a mask, and they wear it heavy. And it's kind of giving that energy of like trauma bonding. Like maybe when you guys met, maybe if this is like because like in the dream it was like a homecoming situation, maybe if you guys met in college or prior to college and you went to college together, maybe you guys were really good friends back then because you guys, like, this person saw you as their equal. They saw you guys as being in the same boat. But maybe like post graduation, maybe things might have looked up for you, maybe job situations, things have looked up for you, but maybe this person is still having some struggles. So they might at some point either started looking at you as competition, or at some point they became jealous and envious of your success and their lack thereof. And it gives like fear mindset, right? Like a fear, especially if this is somebody who let's say you guys graduated and you had the same major and you guys had like similar goals, and you were like, well, oh, I want this, I want this, I want that. And let's say you went out on a limb and started making moves towards what it was that you really wanted, but this person kind of like allowed fear to hold them back. This person allowed, well, what if this person allowed the what ifs to kind of hold them back and keep them stuck. Particularly if this is a friend who either has a job or has continuous jobs that they have hated. Like they've been able to find jobs, but their jobs are always low paying and they always hate them. Meanwhile, you find jobs and you may have had some that you didn't like, but like at least, I'm not gonna say the pay makes up for it, because it don't. The pay will only satisfy you for so long. If it's a job that you don't like, if it's a toxic work environment, the pay literally only subdues that for so long, right? But anyways, like you may have had jobs that were better, that paid more, maybe the title was a little bit more prestige, I don't know. And then at some point, this person became jealous and this person became envious. So although they're still wearing that mask of friendship, underneath, I'm getting like they're kind of like boiling with envy. And maybe this person is giving you not so great advice. Maybe, let's say you're at a place in your life where you're like, okay, I really want to make a big move, I really want to make a big change, I want to start my own business, I really want to go and get my own LLC, I want to start, I'm tired of working for someone else, I'm ready to go out on that limb and work for myself. This person might start telling you things like, oh, like this is not the economy to do that. Like, oh, I would never do that. Like, oh, it's so uncertain. What if things don't work out? Oh, I could never. You need to have a 9 to 5. You need to have something that's stable. And while that's not 100% bad advice, like maybe if you're someone and you're like, okay, well, maybe if you're someone and you're like, okay, I want my own, but I don't know how to like put myself completely out. I don't know if I want to completely give up my 9 to 5 to do this. You could always start like a side hustle. Like a lot of people, their business started as like a side hustle that grew. And maybe you started as a side hustle, and as you start getting clientele, then you can turn your main job into a part-time job, so that way you can put more time into your business. And you may even go so far as to turning your main job into your main job, or what was once your main job. You may go PRN if that's something that's available in whatever field you work in. I'm saying PRN because I work healthcare and it's a thing. But you may go PRN so that your main job now becomes your side hustle for like steady money while you put more focus on your business. But there's like ways to do it. And the thing that I always find something that I always find inspirational is like the people who made it, the people who were like rich and famous, and not the ones who were like born into money, not the ones whose parents had money, the ones who literally, I'm getting like started from the bottom, now we're here, the ones who literally like made a way where there was no way. One common theme that I've noticed is that when you hear people who have made it talk about how they got to their level of success, a lot of times their story is like they just went out on a limb. They're like, I just woke up one day and I was like, I'm not doing this. I quit my job, I left, I moved, I relocated, I did this and I did that. They were like, literally, I woke up one day and like enough was enough, and I decided to make that change. And it's so, y'all, I'm telling you, like spirit is going to back you 100%. I'm not telling anyone to wake up tomorrow morning and quit their job and go out on a limb. I'm not telling anyone to do that. Definitely be practical about it. You know your situation better than anyone else. I cannot stress that enough. But what I am saying is that spirit is going to back you. Spirit, especially if you're going for something that is really, like I'm hearing, like near and dear to your heart, especially if it's something involving like humanitarianism, where what you're going to do is be something of service to others. Like spirit is going to back you. Spirit is 100% going to back you, and things are going to work out. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to become an overnight celebrity. It happens. It's a possibility. But even people who have made it will tell you that when they took that limb, like I remember listening to like Cat Williams, when he was like, he left and he moved out, like as a child, he moved out, he left, and for a period of time he was homeless, living in the park down there in Florida with the homeless people. And he was saying like the people who were literally on the streets sleeping next to him, they weren't even like bums. They were like people who were once doctors, people who were once lawyers, right? But he went through that period, and that transition period is necessary, and it is a phase. So if you do start your own business, it might take a while to grow. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Just because you start your business on Monday and you don't have 50 clients by Friday, don't give up. You know, it takes time. Word of mouth. How well are you advertising yourself? How well are you putting yourself out there? I know a lot of divine beings kind of suffer from what they call imposter syndrome. So are you actually putting yourself out there, or are you still letting fear of not being good enough, not being big enough, not being known enough? Are you allowing that to hold you back from actually taking that step of being like, hey, this is me, this is what I do, these are the services that I offer, how can I help you, you know? But still, Spirit is telling you to like go for it. But if you have that one friend or that one person in your life who is kind of like speaking fear onto your dreams, Spirit is saying it's time to let that person go. And for some of y'all, I'm getting like that person might not actually be a bad person. They might not actually be a bad person per se, but Spirit is like that person is too low vibrational. And the timeline that Spirit is trying to elevate you to, right? The timeline that Spirit wants you to really elevate yourself to, this person can't be. This person can't be there. And who knows, maybe you making that move, maybe you taking that step, maybe you actually going through with it, you might actually be of inspiration to this person, so that now this person actually makes that move and starts taking chances and stuff for themselves. But someone out there, you have a friend or someone who was once a friend. And it's like, I'm getting like there are two different scenarios. For someone out there, this person actually is a friend. They're just low vibrational. They don't realize it, but they are low vibrational. They are stuck in this 3D matrix thinking, way of thinking. And they just can't conceptualize someone leaving this let's say like this comfort, this area of comfort, to go out on a limb. Their mind can't conceptualize it. For others of you, this friend is actually jealous. This friend, this was not even a real friendship. This is what you call trauma bonding. And then once your life started to elevate, this person started to get jealous. They either see you as competition, or they're just envious of the success that you've had thus far. And then once you start stepping into this level of success, this level of abundance that Spirit is bringing into you, their envy and their jealousy is going to start taking it up a notch. And Spirit is like, what we need for you to do is cut this person before it even gets there. Spirit is like, we need you to cut this person out of your life. We need you to take care of this before we have to. Because if you don't let go, and if you let it get to the point where this person really starts to do things to interfere with what Spirit is doing for you, then Spirit is going to handle it. Spirit is like, if it gets to the point where we have to handle it, I'm getting like, we're going to do it our way. We're going to do it our way. And it's going to be so much worse. It's going to be so much worse. So if you have someone like this advice goes to anyone in your life, whether it be romantic partnerships, situationships, which I don't recommend anyways, because if it's a situationship, then you probably already know where that person's stance is. If it's a family relationship, if it's a friendship, it does not matter. Spirit is telling you to like back, give it 50 feet, put some distance between you and this person. Right? For the friend, you don't necessarily have to go full no contact, but Spirit is saying to like back, put some distance between you and this person and watch. Like, and if this is someone I'm getting where like you already put a distance between you and this person, like let's say you guys might have taken a period of time where you guys just didn't talk and you weren't in communication as much, even if like nothing bad happened, there was just a point in time where you guys weren't in regular communication. If during that period of absence, this person had like a lot of things that were like going wrong in their life, like let's say you guys went months to like a year without talking on the level that you guys normally talk, and then when you guys finally got back in communication, this person was like, oh yeah, when you left, this happened, that happened. Spirit is like, we were showing you that this person was only being saved because when they were in your proximity, they were under your umbrella of protection. But the minute you stepped away, the minute you put distance between you and this person, then their karma that they've been racking up, we were able to serve them the karma, right? That I'm getting like whatever karmic debt they've been racking up, they were having to pay that back in your absence. But the minute this person gets back in your vicinity, that's the reason why this person likes being in your vicinity. One is so that they can hinder your plans and your success, and two, because being close to you, it's like things get better. Whenever you're around, this person might even tell you, whenever we talk, I feel so much better. Whenever we hang out, I feel so much better. Because whenever they're around you, they get like pieces of your dharma, and they get pieces of your spiritual protection. And that piece really is all that they need. It's all that they need. But if this is someone that you've had distance with in the past, and you've noticed that when you guys get back in contact, they're telling you all these things happen, Spirit is already showing you. But if you're someone and you've never been at a distance with this person that you're having questions about, go, just go, take time. Like, it doesn't have to be no big blowout. It don't have to be no ghosting. Just, tell them like, oh, I've been working extra. I've been really busy. I've been doing this and that. And just tell them like, that, some things have changed. Matter of fact, you can tell them that you picked up a second job because the economy, like if you want to make them think, and I'm not like big on like lying, but if you need to make them think that maybe like you're doing a little bit worse if you had to pick up a second job, I'm hearing like they might even like that a little bit more. So you can tell them like you've just been too busy. But if you take absence from this person and you start to notice that, or they start telling you like, oh, this has been happening, that has been happening, that is Spirit showing you that we have been trying to get to this person, but we have not been able to get to them because while they've been in proximity to you, they've been under your protection. But like literally, the I don't like the Chief Keef song that I kept hearing was, it's about like, y'all, first of all, if you don't like someone, it is so easy to just not be around that person, to not be in that person's space, to not be in that person's face there, you know, to just distance yourself. Even if it's someone that you work with, it is possible to be cordial and to interact when you have to work together, but otherwise to kind of like go your separate ways. So I respect if you don't like someone, I respect someone who's just like, I'm just gonna steer clear of that person. But you know what I really can't stand is someone who doesn't like another person but pretends to be their friend. Matter of fact, I have more respect. Matter of fact, I don't want to say more. Actually, I do. It's a very low, like, matter of fact, it's not really respect, but let's just say I understand a little bit more the people who don't like you and who maybe say things or talk bad about you or try to do things to bring you down because they don't like you. For one, to me, it's still getting way too much energy, because if you don't like this person, that's really like, it's not like you don't like them, it's really like a jealousy type thing. But it's like, if you don't like someone, the best thing you can do is just kind of like steer clear of them. But let's just say I understand, I don't agree with and I don't respect it, but I understand a little bit the people who are like, oh, I don't like this person, I'm gonna make her life a living hell. It's still giving way too much energy. But the thing that I have zero respect for, like the people that I have absolutely zero respect for, are for the ones who don't like someone. They know they don't like someone, but they pretend to be your friend only so that they can manipulate the situation and so that they can ruin things for you from the inside. I have zero respect to like the whole, that's the reason why I'm like, the dream, I was being told that like the dream was relevant, because it's like, it's not so much this person doesn't want you to be with this masculine, because this masculine is probably someone, I'm pretty definitely sure, someone you don't need to be with anyways. It was the underhanded way that they were going about doing it. And Spirit is like, you be careful of these people. I'm hearing like smiling in your face all the time, they want to take your place, those backstabbers. Like, I don't like, and I have no respect for the people who know they don't like someone, but put on that mask of friendship so that they can try to destroy your life from the inside. That is so dangerous. It is. So that is like the most dangerous kind of enemy, is the one who infiltrates from the inside, right? And I can't tell y'all, like, I used to watch those videos when it became like a thing where people were like doing like little compilations of how I found out that my best friend never really liked me, or how I found out that my best friend was actually my worst enemy. It's crazy how sometimes people will wear those masks for years. It's not even like a couple of days, a couple of weeks. It's not even like a semester kind of thing. People will wear that mask of friendship for years, and people literally will spend years trying to infiltrate your life from the inside. And I gotta tell you, anyone that conniving, anyone that manipulative is first of all, there's something wrong. You have like some screws loose that need to be tightened. But anyone that kind of slow burn energy is so dangerous. It's so dangerous to be around. So Spirit is telling you to like get out and get out now. So like I said, if there's anyone in your life, this message is specifically pertaining to friendships, but if there is anyone in your life whose actions make you question their loyalty, Spirit is like, put back, put 50 feet, put some distance between you and that person, and whatever karma that person goes through, because it may even be a thing where like maybe you guys are kind of like blocking each other because you guys are kind of like each other's safety net. When Spirit is telling you to jump, you guys keep trying to provide each other a safety net, and Spirit is like, you don't need it. So you guys may actually be hindering each other. But Spirit is saying, like, if you are questioning, put some distance between you and that person and let Spirit go to work. And if this person starts having all these good things come into their life, you start having all these good things coming into your life, then you guys come back together, you can compare notes, and then you guys can continue to grow together. But if you guys come back after a period of time and this person is like, oh man, like this happened and this at my job and my relationship and all this and that, Spirit is like, we are trying to show you that this person is being saved, because when they're in your vicinity, they are under your umbrella protection. This person only likes to be around you because of the fact that their life gets better whenever you're around. They don't know it, they don't understand it, they can't explain it. All they know is that whenever you're around, things just seem to look up, and they want to hold on to that. But like deep down, this person really doesn't like you, and deep down, this person is hindering you. This person wants you to be at a level where you are always available to them, and Spirit is like, that's not the game that we're playing. That's not how this goes. We need you to be of service to others. We have this grand scale thing that we are putting in place for you. We don't have you a big fish in a small pond, and we trying to take you to bigger waters, right? But anyways, y'all, like I said, Spirit, like, nobody is safe at this point. Nobody, I'm getting like anybody can get it. Nobody is safe at this point. So just make sure that you are definitely using your discernment, and make sure that you are definitely, how do I want to say, like, we are just really at a time where some of us are going to elevate and others are not. So just make sure that you're not allowing other people to keep you anchored down, and make sure that you're not allowing other people's fears and their projections to keep you stuck. Spirit, if there's like anything in you that's like, I really want to do this, I really want to start this, I really want to go out on this one, I really want to go back to school, I really want to apply for this job, I really want to, whatever that, for someone, I'm getting like flight attendant. Like, I had a dream about that too. I might do another video about that. I dream about someone wanting to become a flight attendant. Spirit is like, go for it. Like, we're telling you, go for whatever that dream. If you're someone, you're like, I really want to travel, I want a job where I can travel. What job can I do where I can travel? Fly. Ain't nothing better than a flight attendant, and they make really good money to be able to travel, right? So Spirit is telling you, like, whatever that dream, that goal is of yours, go for it, because it's really going to lead to, so not even just like more money, it's going to lead to abundance and like happiness and peace and really, really, really enjoying your life, because that's what we're here for. We're here to learn, to grow, and to really enjoy this experience. This experience is not meant to be one big battle. Like, there are lessons that we have to go through, but really this is supposed to be something that we're enjoying. We're supposed to be living our best lives. We're not supposed to be struggling and always in hardship. We're supposed to be flourishing, right? But Spirit is telling you, like, to go for it. And if there's anyone in your life who is holding you back or talking you out of it, Spirit is like, that person is not, that person there's no more room for that person to be in your life, right? Because I'm getting like, it's time for you to go for yours. But anyways, as always, if you made it this far, thank you for listening. Bye.